You could go buy clothes, seamstress. Listen, understand, when we came out of slavery, we did all the work, so we had all the skill. That was our thing. You want to know where they got clothes? Because our sisters put them together. You want to know who's working the field? We work. We know who to do. We know how to do all that. But then we came out of slavery, joined ourselves with this oppressor, and decided apparently we want to get their stuff. So now, all we do is go to another nation.
One Westworld.
Right. Everything is lawful. Westworld. The pressure on. I remember bringing nothing home. Make it little just to make it known. Steady, ready, better watch your tone. When I was 5'7", I was breaking bone. 5'7", now I want the chrome. 9'11", I was in my zone. Lose the argument or lose your dome. Keep cool, ain't no running up. How damn, now I'm coming up. They coming to kiss me, you dumb or what? You drawing, you done enough. They told me don't rush it, just wait my time. Paying attention, I see the signs. Coming right to me like Amazon. No time for distractions, I'm on the grind. Little shorty, your ticket, she know she fine. Got a couple of so never mind. They throwing the shade cause they know I shine. Reason I'm going in overtime. You stuck in your ways, you keep fantasizing. I just go get it, don't think about it. Don't make it an issue, it ain't a problem. Not too much talking, just organizing. One Westworld, no way around it. Heavy, so you know I'm grounded. Too sturdy, I'm well rounded. Tunnel vision, I don't see a challenge.
This is what the Most High said was going to happen. Our communities were going to be destroyed. We are cursed. We are in a horrible condition because we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We don't resist our lustful nature, and so we give in to everything we want, and that's what the Christian church encourages us to do. You got what I want? Go ahead.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies.
The Most High wants us to know that we have enemies.
That's right.
Integration taught us that we can all get along. God loves everybody. Christianity is all a lie. The Most High wants us to know that we are a nation. We are a family, but we have enemies out here. We need to be aware that we have enemies. We cannot walk around loving everyone. We have to love ourselves. Zephaniah 2:1 says, "Come to bring yourself together, a nation not desired." We are not desired, and we have to be together with each other. That's how we build ourselves up. Keep going.
Which the Lord shall send against thee.
The Most High sent these enemies against us. He sent these enemies against us. He removed his protection. Because when we follow in the law, statutes, and commandments, we are a force to be reckoned with because the Most High has our back. The Most High gives our protection. But when we don't follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we are destroyed. We are cursed. And the Most High allows our enemies to come and overtake us. Keep going.
Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger.
In hunger. What does that mean? That means when you are hungry, you are going to need to go to your enemy to get food. Think about it. When we came out of slavery, we had communities to ourselves. We had farms. We had stores. We had all types of communities where, you know what we did? We were self-sufficient. We were still not following the law that we should, but we were closer to where the Most High wanted us to be. But then integration came. And we decided that the tomatoes in the oppressor store were somehow better than ours. We decided that the apples in the oppressor store were somehow better than ours. And so we then started going to another nation. And over again. We were voting at this same time, but guess what? We were joining ourselves to another nation, which is against the Most High. So what happened? Now, whenever we want to get food, we have to go to another nation. Keep going. And in thirst, listen, this oppressor charges everyone for water. Water is like 70% of the planet. And he has figured out how to make sure you are going to pay for something that's so prevalent in the environment. Even just to collect rainwater, you have to pay this oppressor. These are part of the curses. This is a horrible condition that our people are in, and we suffer terribly for it. Keep going.
And in nakedness.
Again, we had communities where brothers had farms, brothers had grocery stores, brothers and sisters had apparel stores. You could go buy clothes, seamstress. Listen, understand, when we came out of slavery, we did all the work, so we had all the skill. That was our thing. You want to know where they got clothes? Because our sisters put them together. You want to know who was working the field? We were. We know who to do. We know how to do all that. But then we came out of slavery, joined ourselves with this oppressor, and decided apparently we want to get their stuff. So now, all we do is go to another nation. Keep going.
And in Salaki, and in want of all things.
And in want of all things. Anything you want, you have to go to another nation. It was never supposed to be like that. We are supposed to be holy, which means set apart. We are supposed to have our own nation, our own community, our own economies. All of that was supposed to be with the Most High's protection, as long as we followed the law, statutes, and commandments. But no, we wanted to join MLK and integration, and we want civil rights so we can be closer to this oppressor, because for some reason it's better. No, we are better. We are the special people. We are the salt of the earth. We should have everything. Keep going.
And you shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
A yoke of iron. And everybody knows. We know we got history. A yoke of iron. We know that's the transatlantic slave trade. But guess what? When you look up the definition of yoke, it means a frame on a defeated people. Guess what that is now? That's the economy. That's definitely voting. Everything we do, we think we're trying to get out of this horrible condition. We think we're trying to get out of these curses. We think we're trying to make this stuff better. And every time you cast a vote, you violate and betray your family. That's what happens. And that's what this wicked oppressor has convinced us to do. Say it again, Baba Kushab.
And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck.
That yoke of iron convinces our people every 2 to 4 years. We got to go out there and cast a vote. And if you're not voting, then you're part of the problem. You got to be in the system to try to make it better. Well, guess what? We've been voting for decades. We've been voting for decades. What has improved for our people? Absolutely nothing has improved. We got to understand that we got to come back to the law, statutes, and commandments. And that's the only way to actually get improvement. Keep going.
Until he has destroyed
thee. Until he has destroyed thee. Listen, again, I just told you a yoke of iron is on a defeated people. It's not enough for this wicked oppressor to just defeat us. It's not. Are we not destroyed? Are we not destroyed? But guess what? It's not enough for him to just destroy us or defeat us. He has to destroy us. And that's why he continues to destroy our communities. That's why he continues to tell us to vote as if something's going to change. Nothing will change. Keep going.
Verse 49. The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord brought this nation against us from afar. We are not from this land. Even our Native American brothers who got here first, we are not from this land. We are from the Middle East. And the Lord brought this wicked oppressor from afar because we stopped following the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth. So like you said, come. Don't let nobody stop you from getting this medicine. This is real talk out here. We are here to wake our people up. Do not allow anybody to get you to miss this. Read that again, Baba Kushab.
The Lord shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Lord's going to bring a nation against thee from afar. And just like then, it was life or death, it's still life or death. That's what matters out here. The Lord brought this nation against us from afar. Keep going.
From the end of the earth.
From the end of the earth. Why? Because that wicked person used to think that the earth was actually flat. He was one of the only nations that would think he would fall off the earth. This is a hint about who this oppressor is and who is going to bring us all of this affliction. Keep going.
As swift as the eagle flieth.
As swift as the eagle flieth. If you look at every one of those Edomite nations, in one way or another, they have an eagle as their mascot. And what's heavier than that, when you go into the Hebrew, the word for eagle is nashar. When you look up the root of that, it means to lacerate. And that's what this wicked oppressor does to us. He rips and tears and destroys. And that is exactly who he is. Keep going.
A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand.
We were not supposed to be ever speaking English. The Hebrew is our true native tongue. You want to understand what your native tongue is? Every Friday night we teach to read, write, and speak the Hebrew language. Get back in touch with your culture, with who you are. This nation is not it. English is not it. Understand that we are absolutely in captivity and come and do something about it to get out. Keep going. Colonel Khan, sir.
Verse 50, a nation of fierce countenance.
A nation of fierce countenance. What does that mean? This nation's face is fierce. That's what happens when this nation comes against ours. It's always fierce and destruction and affliction, and when they destroy us down to powder. But that's what the Bible said this oppressor was going to do. If we did not follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Keep going.
Which shall not regard the person of the old, nor show favor to the young.
The Bible said this oppressor was not going to give any mercy to the young or the old. That's how you have a Tamir Rice, who gets unalived by a police officer in less than 3 seconds when he pulls up. And guess what? That's how you have a Sonia Massey, who calls this oppressor for help and ends up getting unalive in her own home. That's this oppressor. And that's what happens when we do not follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You want to understand what you can do about it. You want to understand how you can change and not be overtaken by these wicked, by these curses. Come get in the ISUPK under Command of General Hall. Come get a flyer. Call the number. Get it all black if you're a brother. Get in class. And do something about the affliction of your people.